Okay, and we are live. ¿Qué tal, amigos? Stuart here from Spain Speaks with this evening's live stream at 7:30 p.m. It is the 28th of January, almost at the end of the month. Only a few more days to go. Then we head into February, so the year going by quickly already. Today we'll look at some of the main stories that have caught my attention in the press over the last couple of days or so, some comments that have been left on videos in recent times, and then in the second half of this evening's live stream, we'll go into the chat section, which I have here to my right, and see what is happening there. Now, straight into the news, and people were out in force again today in Madrid. Another protest, although according to the government the figures weren't all that high, only around 40,000 people, but Mr. Feijóo, the opposition leader, before the crowd gathered in Plaza de España said, "Between amnesty and Spain, we choose Spain." The leader of the PP, Alberto Núñez Feijóo, and the party's regional presidents gathered at Plaza de España in Madrid to protest against the amnesty law and the concessions of Pedro Sánchez's government to the separatists. PP sources mention around 70 or about 70,000 people participated, crowding the streets of central Madrid. They described this turnout as historic just 48 hours before the approval of the amnesty law. However, the government delegation reports a lower figure of 45,000 people. So somewhere between 70 and 45,000 people, the amount that turned out today to protest against this amnesty law, which, as we saw there, being passed in around 48 hours, which makes it probably, Tuesday, I think, the schedule for this amnesty law to be passed in the government, which will allow the Catalan separatist politicians to come back to Spain and have a clean slate, let's say, for them to begin their processes again, no doubt. Or at least that's what some people believe will happen. Now, into the second piece of news here, and Mr. Abascal, the Vox leader, has resolved his express renewal and heads into his 10th year as head of Vox with no internal rivals. Santiago Abascal has calmed the storm, at least for now. He has put an end to the internal rebellion that had been threatening Vox for months by creating a new leadership team. He aims to completely heal the wound left open since Iván Espinosa de los Monteros unexpectedly left the party last August. With yesterday's extraordinary General Assembly, not only was his re-election as president finalised, but he also silenced and stopped any critical voices ready to challenge his leadership just before Vox's 10th anniversary. Now the party is quickly moving on from the renewal of its leadership and the departure of many liberal figures, focusing instead on the upcoming electoral commitments in Galicia, primarily the upcoming Galician elections. And we'll see what Mr. Abascal and his party do at those elections in Galicia. According to one of the government organisations, the CIS, the Partido Popular, which has been in power for a long time in Galicia, might be on its way out, according to that poll or survey that was published during the week by the statistics company, or whatever the statistics organisation, or whatever they are, the Centro de Estudios Sociológicos, I think it is, so some type of public organisation that published that thing saying that perhaps, as I mentioned, the PP might lose that election in Galicia, which I think is scheduled for around the end of February, but don't quote me on that. But Mr. Abascal renewing his power in that political party, getting rid of the disgruntled opposition, and starting a new leadership group with him at the helm. Next piece of news here, and how water is stolen in Spain in the middle of a drought. Giant magnets, buried pipes and rigged meters. About 50 Guardia Ciivil officers arrive in the morning in Iniesta, early in the morning in Iniesta, Cuenca, and spread out over the area's farmlands. They are not looking for drugs, weapons or even illegal plantations. They are here to uncover water theft in a region with an overused aquifer. The rule breakers use all sorts of tricks: hidden wells, underground diversions, tampered meters using rods or giant magnets, and buried pipes to hide when they are watering. This is what a day is like with the agents from the Guardia Civil's Nature Protection Service Seprona, who try to discover these tricks through night inspections, satellite photos, and field inspections. So Farmers are desperate for more water to feed their crops, an overused aquifer in Cuenca, but the Guardia Civil on the case there, trying to discover the ways that people are stealing water, which, as we know, in some parts of the agricultural industry here, a serious problem. But the Guardia Civil and their Suprema Environmental Agency on the case, trying to stop people from taking the water illegally through various ways, as we saw there, giant magnets, buried pipes, and rigged meters in the middle of a drought. Next piece of news, last piece of news, and thanks to John for sending this one through to me today from The Independent in the UK. Parma hams and Spanish chorizos to disappear from UK shelves due to new Brexit checks. Rishi Sunak warned. Specialist meats such as Parma hams and Spanish chorizo sausages could begin disappearing from the shelves of UK supermarkets and delis because of costly new Brexit checks. Food sector chiefs have told The Independent. Rishi Sunak's government has been warned of major supply problems with EU meat and dairy products when extra red tape and inspections are imposed on imports from April. Some suppliers of specialist products like French cheeses will give up on Britain because of the extra expense and huge hassle involved in sending goods, say industry bosses. So there we go. Maybe we see here could begin disappearing is the main part of the article. Spanish chorizos, Italian Parma ham, no doubt Spanish ham as well will disappear if those strict rules stop it from getting into the country, or people give up importing it into the UK, and also things like French cheeses. So is there an opportunity in the market for people to make their own chorizo in the UK or their own Parma hams? I don't know. Could be a business opportunity, and it could be good news for British cheese producers as French cheeses are kept out of the market. But Mr. Sunak has been warned. But thanks, John, for sending that one through. So another Brexit issue in 2024, so quite a while on. Now, into the comment section we're going to go. Let's have a look at the first one here from user. Re your comments about the museums. Of course we should revise history along with anything when new information comes to light. I doubt the right wing wouldn't want to have an operation without general anesthesia. Interesting. And the opposite point of view from Gold Geologist. Leave history alone. Make different galleries in the museum to present different points of view. Also add information exhibits to present the different points of view. So I said the other day that this is an issue, this revision of colonial pasts in European countries, especially countries that did have colonial pasts. Some people in Spain are saying that we didn't have colonies here in Spain. We had something else. They weren't called colonies. But the fact of the matter was that Spain did colonize the Americas. So whether they were colonies per se or not, there was a colonization process, let's be honest. And the revision of some of the pieces of art in museums here in Spain coming under the spotlight, under scrutiny of the new culture minister. Can't remember his name, Urtasun I think his name is. He's going to review and put these paintings and things like that into a modern framing, a modern cultural framing, and see if there's any issues with them or the way people here in Spain look at art. And this is not only happening here, as I said, it's happening in France, I think, the UK, other countries as well. But two opposing points of view, and that's where we're at with everything nowadays, right? Opposing points of views, which nothing wrong with that, but it's very difficult to get anybody on board 100% with anything nowadays, as we know, even something like this. Next one from PT Homie, or Homie. When I lived in California, such extremes always predicted a long and severe drought. Hope this isn't the case for Spain. This is referring to the unseasonal weather that we currently have in Spain. A warm day today here in Madrid. Yesterday a warm day as well. And late last week, some parts of the Mediterranean as high as just under 30 degrees Celsius for the end of January. Very unseasonal weather, as I said. So it's not going to last. It's only going to be around for this week, maybe next as well. Not sure, but it's not going to last. But yeah, people are scratching their heads, wondering what's going on with the extreme weather changes that we've been having. Snowing one week, hot temperatures the next. crazy weather, and as this person points out here, such extremes always preceded a long and severe drought. Well, in Spain, some parts of the country already in that long and severe drought. Catalonia, Malaga, part of Malaga, long and severe drought. Thanks for that. Wickler Walker, another comment, both enjoying and worrying about these high temperatures. Yeah, that was the feeling the other day as well. People were said to be on the beach enjoying the hot weather, but wondering, is this the way forward? This changing temperatures, these unseasonal temperatures in Spain in January. Fantastic if you're here on holiday, but some people also were said to be asking the question, is this good or bad? I don't know. And that was what was pointed out, I think, in the article that we saw the other day from Sky News, people asking the question. But other people also worried, enjoying and worrying about these high temperatures. Lots of people, I'm sure, with the same thoughts. Another one here from Phil. Hi, Stuart. We own an apartment in Murcia, but travel and spend our money in other countries when we aren't allowed to visit our Spanish home. Yeah, that's the issue, isn't it, with homeowners here in Spain, people that bought a home probably before Brexit and were able to stay here longer, now limited to 90 days every 180. And Phil saying there that when they're not in Spain, they can't come to Spain because of that limit. They head somewhere else to spend their money. And I see lots of people in the comment section saying something similar. Spain is losing out. We can't spend our money there. We go somewhere else to spend it. But the rules are the rules. And there were changes the other day, as we saw, because of that French constitutional court, was it? Or the French justice system saying that it was unconstitutional to change the rules for people from the United Kingdom to stay in France longer than 90 days. And Spain was hoping to use that French change to strengthen its argument and do something similar. And this comment here says, so a French court determined British people can't dwell in Spain. Madness. Well, they haven't done that. It was the European Union. The French court only said that they're not going to extend the 90-day rule in France. Unconstitutional, as I just said. But I think Spain was looking to present an argument to the European Union. I'm not sure, but I read in some press outlets that it was beneficial to Spain that France was looking to change the rule also. So I'm not sure whether the French justice decision will impact the Spanish decision on this 90-day rule going forward. I don't know. That's what some people were worried about. I think the article in question from the Mallorca Daily Bulletin also posed that important issue. Will it affect the way Spain goes forward with changes to this 90-day rule? I think that was the idea. Not necessarily that a French court determining British people can't dwell in Spain. Don't think so. But anyway. And the last one here from Bruce. According to Google, over 1 million Brits choose another holiday resort to travel to other than Spain. The Spanish dream seems to have finished. Yeah, maybe, Bruce. I don't know. But I think last year, even in 2023, the United Kingdom was the number one supplier of tourists in this country. Although numbers are down, I must say, from previous years, due to various reasons, I imagine. People looking for cheaper holiday destinations. And there's a lot of different articles in the British press every day. I personally have featured in various articles in recent times, in GB News and The Express, obviously desperate for content, coming to these videos for ideas. Another Spanish YouTuber, James from Spain Revealed, also featured in an article as well. So lots of different news, I should say. We saw that one there about the possible ban or a lack of chorizos and ham in European hams in British supermarkets, and lots of articles telling people that the Spanish dream may in fact be over as British people choose other places to visit. There's a lot of anti-Spanish articles constantly in the press, in certain types of the press in Spain, and obviously this person influenced by that. According to Google, well, this is Google, according to this, over 1 million Brits choose another holiday resort to travel to other than Spain. Well, I imagine they always have. I mean, not everybody comes to Spain. UK is a big area, a lot of people, and lots of different holiday resorts. But Spain's always been popular, and I imagine that it still will be, given the amount of interest that and the amount of these articles. That was my point mentioning that, the amount of articles that pop up in British press about Spain. So I imagine it's going to still be popular for a while to come. Now that's the end of the content. So I'm going to change the backdrop in just a moment. Before I do that, I'm going to put the like icon on the screen. If you haven't hit the like icon yet, please do so. Just below the video, you will find it. We're up to 54 currently, so if you can hit the like button, fantastic. Also to people that have supported the channel in recent times, whether it's through the Super Thanks option or the Super Chat option in these live streams, whether it's buying me a coffee on the buyingmeacoffee.com website or Patreon longer term supporters, 31 paying supporters on Patreon, and also the new option that we have, which is the YouTube membership option. I think we're up to 15 members now, or maybe less, maybe 13, can't remember. And Bob, the latest member who joined today, so thanks Bob for that. And starting at $1.99 a month, you can become a valued member, early access to videos, a couple of other perks there as well, and also the Spanish learning content that I'm developing at the moment will be going onto the members channel. So if you're interested in learning Spanish or improving your Español, hazte socio. Become a member. Why not? Now, backdrop change time. This one here sent in from Thomas, and it's a picture of Santander Bay in the north of Spain. I like the colours here. You've got nice coloured buildings, green ones, yellow ones. Nice colourful shot. Thanks, Thomas, for sending this one through. Thomas living in Sydney, but obviously spent some time in Santander to take this photo. Thanks, Thomas, for that. And if you've got a similar picture that you would like to see on the backdrop, the email address is this one here, spainspeaks@gmail.com. Feel free to send your photos through to that email address, and also other information that you may have about Spain, like people do every day. Send me information from the news that they see to bring it to my attention. That's the email address there, spainspeaks@gmail.com. Now, into the chat section I'm going to go. Let me organise that here quickly. I'll scroll up to the top. Barbara is the first chat that I can see. Barbara coming in from the Playa Flamenca. Still a pleasant but cooler 17. So starting to cool down. Those are mid-20 temperatures that people had last week in that area, I think. Barbara, right? Sunny coming in from Basingstoke. Hoping everyone had a good weekend. Richard, who is a member of the channel, that's how that little yellow mark next to his name there, little badge. Good evening. Won't be able to join the live stream tonight. Family has descended on me again, wanting another Menú del Día, LOL. Watch later. Best wishes from North Yorkshire. Thanks, Richard. John, also a member of the channel. Missing the live again. No one's watching the live. What's going on? Wishing everyone well for the week ahead, John. But everyone catches up later, of course, which is the option. Andrew, another member, coming in also. Good evening, Stuart and all. Hope you're well. It's miserable and cold here in London southeast. Yeah, unfortunately. Hopefully you guys will get some decent weather soon. Alan, Patreon, coming in. Buenas noches, mis queridos amigos. Desde 18 grados en San Diego, California. Igual que el puerto. So Alan saying there is saying hello to my dear friends from an 18 degrees San Diego, the same as in el Puerto de Santa Maria today, 18 degrees Celsius. Laika Spod, hola. Hola, Laika Spod. ¿Cómo estás? Espero que estés bien. 123 Sean Away coming in from County Waterford, Ireland. Hoping we are well. Thanks for that. Gino is in the chat also coming in from Canada. Hi, Stuart and all. Erica coming in from a coolish terrace today. Temperature 11 degrees Celsius. Hoping everyone had a great weekend and all the best. Erica, of course, joins on Sundays. Not teaching today. Stephen just became a member. Thanks, Stephen, for that. So one more to the membership club there. Don't forget to also include in the patrons on Patreon. Very important to remember that platform as well. But Stephen just became a member here. Thanks, Stephen, for joining. El Davido, hoping we are well. I hope, myself and everyone is keeping well. Good evening to us all. Patrick coming in from a foggy day in Caspe, Aragon. Ross coming in from Valencia, cooler, 18 degrees, nublada, cloudy. What else? Stephen decided to become a valued member. Been watching now for the last 3 years, and I think you do a brilliant job. Keep up the good work, Stephen, Manilva, Spain. And some wine glass emojis there. The Rioja, no doubt, for Stephen. Valued member now. Thanks, Stephen, for that. Great to have you on board, as I said. Iggy coming in from a warm Jaén. I imagine it was warm down there. If it was warm in Madrid, normally it's warm in Jaén as well. No, por favor, the Spanish meats must stay in the UK. Yeah, well, like I said, that was just an article saying that there could be some problems as of April with meats that are imported from countries like Spain and Italy, of course, the famous chorizos and other types of Italian salamis and sausages, cheeses, of course, from France and Spain and Italy, cheese-producing countries, Portugal too. Iggy also saying here that I'm used to not having Spanish meats in the US either because of the high cost or scarcity. Whenever I see chorizo on a menu in the US, I steer clear because it has nothing to do with the real thing. Yeah, again, would you be able to make a similar tasting chorizo? I don't know. Maybe come and spend time in one of the chorizo making pueblos here. Learn how to do it. Put enough paprika and other things like that into the chorizo, and away you go. Pamela coming in from San Juan de los Terreros. They should ban Sunak from the UK, says Andrew. There we go. Eleanor saying, always find it funny when the EU remain ultra-media produce spin like that article about SPS checks. The main worry will be for the producers who lose their biggest market if they don't meet standards. Yeah, but it's what it is. It's all propaganda, of course. The headline was different from what was in the text, right? If we go back and have a look at the headline, if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it here. I think it was this one. Which one was it? This one here. Parma hams and Spanish chorizos to disappear. So they're not leaving any doubt to disappear, but then could begin disappearing. So difference in the wording there, of course, which is typical, isn't it? The headline tries to catch people's attention. Gigi coming in from Arizona, 24 degrees Celsius, loving it. I would be loving that temperature as well, Gigi, Arizona. Arizona, the name says it all. Patrick coming in there from, not sure where Patrick comes in. Why do we need French cheese when we make more different cheeses than them? We also make different sausages than Spain. Yeah, I've never had a problem with British sausages or British cheese. In fact, I like both products. But I think it's about variety, right? You have to give people variety. Sure, you can have your British snags and your cheddar cheese and all of those things like that. And the other cheeses as well, not only limited to cheddar. But I think people want variety when it comes to these things. It's all about choice. Greetings from Poland. But I must say that here in Spain, I don't see many French cheeses, just the typical ones, the Camembert and the Brie and things like that. Don't see any other English cheeses except from cheddar. And the stock standard cheddar, I must say, there's not anything great. So, not much choice down here. Stan coming in from Poland. Thanks, Stan, for joining us this evening. Why isn't in Spain the weather so unusual? In Germany, the weather is completely normal. It was even colder last summer. Don't know. Have to talk to weather experts. All I know here is that the weather they seem to be using more and more. Unseasonal. Vincent, 22 million tourists travel to Spain in 2023 from the UK. I imagine that is Vincent, right? Malaga Airport, a new record. So not only from the UK, but to Malaga Airport. Thanks, Vincent, for sharing that information. Joe the Bombetto coming in here. Happy Sunday, Stu. I saw you in the Canary Islands videos. We'll leave for the Carnival Sunday. Any tips? staying in Santa Cruz and San Andres. Yeah, no tips. Joe, just enjoy the Canaries, enjoy the weather, try and get to the beach, enjoy the fantastic scenery that you've got there, the local cuisine as well. Get a car, drive around the island, which is fairly easy to do, and just enjoy everything that the fantastic island of Tenerife has to offer. I enjoyed my few days there. I did indeed. Alan, the Spanish the Spanish anti-Spanish drivel in the UK, drivel in the UK media is similar to the anti-British drivel we see in the Spanish media. They're one as bad as the other. I mean, you don't see as much anti-British drivel here, I must say, Alan. That's just my perception. Belinda saying it revision, or on history, make more like facts, not propaganda. Revision, more like have history reflect the balanced presentation, nor just the one-sided self-serving story passed off as history by the victor. So we see where Belinda's sitting on this issue. Thanks for that. Bob, who, as I said, recently became a valued member. French, Polish and German farmers are blocking the motorways because of the lack of subsidies being received. If they find they cannot sell produce as meat and cheese processors reduce orders, what happens? I've seen today on the press here, Bob, on the news, the French farmers destroying the produce at the border coming in from France. Opening up the lorries and the trucks and taking everything out and throwing it all over the side of the road. Yeah, I saw it today. I think it's been going on for some time, well, a few days at least. Pete coming in from Ann Arbor, Frio y Urmino, Jane and Pedro. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Like number 77 from Burbank, California. No baloney Mahoney. Gold Geologist, we saw a comment there. Chorizo in USA is the Mexican type and hence very spicy and greasy. I like the Spanish one. They are really for two different cooking applications. Yeah, chorizo comes in different forms here. You've got, of course, the cured meat, which you eat cold. You've got the raw sausage, which you put into some type of dish often. Some of the classic winter dishes feature chorizo. But the one that a lot of people like, of course, is the cured version that you eat with a little bit of bread, some cheese on the side as well. That's a very popular chorizo. No baloney Mahoney, son just rented on the Costa Brava and is living a retired life as a USCG helicopter rescue swimmer. There we go, on the Costa Brava. Nice part of the country. Mugger's in the chat, a little bit late. Good to see you, Mugger. Good to see you. What else we got going on here? Let me have a look. Alan's saying a great deal of chorizo sold in the southwest US are Mexican style. Yeah, I think that was just pointed out by somebody there a minute ago. And that is the case. I didn't know there was a Mexican style chorizo, to be honest. I had no idea about that. But obviously we're seeing there that the Mexicans make a similar type sausage, but greasier, according to the first person, spicier and greasier. Yeah, Mexican style. I heard the other day Mexican food, the number one most popular fast food, I should say, in the United States, Mexican food. Roland coming in from a foggy Minneapolis, Minnesota. Andres coming in from sunny Pasadena, California. Looking forward to the Spanish tips. Do you give online lessons to the US? No, not yet, Andres. I just don't have time for online lessons, unfortunately. I could probably organise it with some teachers here. But Andres also a valued member. We saw Mugger, who's also a member there also. What else? El Davido. If Campo Sol is anything to go by, Brits are still coming in their droves. Yes, that's right, because there are some, at least one YouTuber in on Campo Sol who puts the word out, probably puts that place in people's minds. The chorizo is Mexican chorizo, chili, a lot more fat. Yeah, interesting that, isn't it? I've never seen Mexican chorizo here. Philip coming in from a cool London. What else we got going on here? Wine tasting in Sonoma with friends from France about 30 years ago. The best quote while sharing the cheese platter, sneering, "This is not cheese. If you want your cheese, come to France." Yeah, French, very patriotic when it comes to cheese. Spanish are as well. British are as well. I mean, I know what I like. I'm going to be honest. A lot of French cheeses. Yeah, okay. But, you don't need that type of cheese snobbery, I don't think, do we? Just enjoy what you've got. Recognise that other people make good products as well. That's all. Here in Toronto, some supermarkets have Spanish Iberian ham, to a lesser extent chorizo. The ham is great for making broken eggs for a treat. Yeah, that's right. Miguel coming in from a warm Derbyshire. Good to see you, Miguel. Pete saying here that Spanish cheese is what makes Spain my vegan Jane's Las Vegas. What happens in Spain stays in Spain. There we go. Traditional chorizo has donkey in it. If people knew that, they might not be some more queasy about it. Traditional, yeah, but who makes traditional chorizo, Alan? I think it's made with pork more commonly. Miguel saying the Mexican chorizo is actually quite good. Again, I've never tried it, so I can't really say. What else we got going on here? Let's have a look. All right, well, that's the end of the comment section. I'm going to say thanks for everybody for watching today. It's 96 likes. We almost got to 100, so I'll just put the little like icon back on the screen one more time. If you haven't hit it yet, please do so just below the video. We'll see if we can get over that 100 tally. So I'll be back again tomorrow with a regular news video, I think. I've got a few things on, but I should be able to get one. I should be able to squeeze one into my schedule. Another live stream again on Tuesday, and some other content coming out during the week as well, so stay tuned. Hope everybody has a fantastic start to the week. Hasta luego, hasta entonces. See you on Tuesday in another live stream. Bye-bye.